Hello, hello, test, test. Can you hear me? Test, test, testing. Same one. Can you hear me? Can you see anything? Is it working? Can you see the screen? Okay, so the four of you, let's not waste time anymore. How do you write the first sentence since you have found out already? You have found out that here you have banana leaves which people throw away after eating and they still eat it, and you eat dead rats. Here you have we never threw anything away. It's sliced very thinly and we ate it because food was scarce. So how do you write the first sentence? If you say food was scarce and they ask you about similarity. So anybody want to try? No. The first sentence for the similarity. Your criteria is that food was scarce. Food was scarce. Okay, Hui Shan, you're missing one word. What is the one word that you are missing? Both sources tell me that there was a lack of food. What is missing in this answer? Correct, Brandon is correct. So you must say that both sources are similar in telling me that food was scarce. Both sources are similar in telling me that food was scarce during the Japanese occupation. Okay, then after that you just need to write. Yes, very good, Brandon. Yay, very proud. So after that you just need to write source B. No, source C tells me what and source D tells me what. So source C shows that Okay, let me write it in the Word document. So source C, okay, wait, start from beginning. Both sources are similar in telling me that food was scarce during the Japanese occupation. So the key word is here. Please use the word tell and not show. Telling me that food was scarce. So your criteria is here. Criteria. ATQ is here. Telling me is here. Criteria is here. Okay, then you just go to source C. Shows. You can immediately jump to shows. Shows that. So the relevant evidence is the situation was so bad, people were picking up banana leaves which people will throw away after eating. Okay, so that's that. You're done with source C. What is the next magic word you must write? What's the next magic word? Okay, correct. So similarly, source D states that okay, banana skin, she washed it and sliced it very thinly, and that's what we ate. This means that, or these mean that, so I will combine both sources, the explanation for both sources. So these mean that people had to resort to extreme measures to find food due to the scarcity. Okay, that is your explanation. One good line. So what does it mean that they have to slice things very thinly? What does it mean that people are picking up banana leaves? It shows that they had to resort to extreme measures to find food. As such, there was a food scarcity. Now you need to do a difference. So look at the source again. Where is the difference? I will zoom it for you. Where do you think is the difference? Normally the difference will not be that easy because they say how similar. So you have to look deeper into the source to find an aspect of the occupation. It may not relate to the issue, but it's something that is very evident in how they are different. So what is the difference? What is the difference? Correct, Brandon. You're very smart today. Has SYF made you a smarter person? Yes, it's the rice part. So Brandon is correct, but making is also correct. But the more obvious thing is about the rice. Okay? So if you write your first line, you will say both sources are different. So you're answering the question here, they are different on whether there was a shortage of rice in Singapore during can. So if we write about Makin's point, what did Makin say? Source D says that they still have food, but source C has say that they have to find the food on the streets. How will you rephrase that? That is also a good answer. But Brandon's answer is more obvious. Makin's answer is not so obvious. So you have to think a bit. If you use Makin's answer, you will say both sources are different on the if you look at C, it says that rice was not sufficient at all. So you have to cut things into small pieces. We have to eat dead rats. But here in D, it says that you don't really need to eat dead rats. It's not so extreme. So if it's not so extreme, that means they are different in terms of the degree of. So degree of what? Anybody? Both sources are different in the ways people got around the food. Okay, in this case, the way they got around the food shortage is more or less the same. Because if you look at C, it says that they picked up banana leaves. So they ate banana leaves. But D, it also says that they ate banana leaves. Right, banana skin in now as banana leaves. So this is quite dangerous if you write this answer. So try and give the thing that is more obvious. The most obvious is the rice, but the second most obvious is okay. That is a good answer as well. Different family conditions. So both sources are different in telling me about the degree of poverty that the families had. Okay? So family situation is okay as well. But the obvious thing is the rice. So I'll do the answer based on the rice. So both sources are different on whether there was a shortage of rice in Singapore. So next you must give me your claim of C. So source C there was a shortage of rice. So the source shows the source says rice was not sufficient for the family. Okay, in this case it's very obvious, so you just repeat, thus there was a shortage of rice. Okay, next magic word is so the next magic word would be after this sentence. After this sentence. After you have explained, so C, the next word should be Okay, correct. However, because we are doing difference now, so however, yes, D tells me that there was not a shortage of rice. Okay, the source says we had to start eating rice and it was more or less rice and vegetables. This tells me means okay, this difference is quite easy, but the exam it won't be so easy. Okay, it will be something that you must look deeper into the source to find the difference. It's either the difference will be very easy or the similarity. If you don't have time, just do the obvious one. Leave a space, then go to the next question. No, it's the first line. The first line. The first line is we are not used to eating rice, but we had to start eating rice, and it was more or less rice and vegetables, meaning that they ate rice during the occupation. Okay, now the difficult question is the purpose. So for the purpose, I will use this source here. Can you see this source? A post picture taken by a Japanese. Okay, for purpose, you have to look at the provenance, which means the sentence here, very carefully. Okay, nice emoticon, Ki Jie. So look at the provenance very carefully. Okay, screenshot this picture. We are doing the purpose now. Last one, then we can go. We should end by about 10 o'clock. So look at this picture here. Okay, have you taken your screenshot? Okay, a post picture taken by a Japanese military. Here, Allied prisoners of war were forced to take the picture together with the Japanese captors. So the Japanese force the Allies, which means the British, to take a picture together after Japanese defeated them. Published in the Japanese newspaper, the Shonan Shimbun. So for purpose, the first thing that you must write. The first thing you must write is the word because. If you don't write because, you will get 0. So please, because. So purpose will be a why question. So if they ask you why was this photo published, you must say this photo was published because. Because when you write because, the marker knows you are expressing a reason. So this, I really must emphasize this. You must write because. Okay. Okay, Jonathan is not wrong, but for this type of question, we need the audience. Yes, we need the audience. We need the action verb. We need a verb, a strong verb, and an audience. And if you look carefully at the picture, you see that you will see that this is from the Shonan Shimbun. Okay, in other words, they took over the media already and now they're publishing this in their newspaper for all the Singaporeans to read. Do you think it's for Singaporeans? Yes, it's for the Singaporeans. Or it could be for the Japanese. Okay, but more likely it will be for the Singaporeans. So what's the significance of this picture? That is the key question. Why are they not to be feared of? Okay, let's write that it's for Singaporeans first. Because the author wants to okay, you need the context. The context is that Japan invaded Southeast Asia in order to show that they are, in order to free Singaporeans, free Southeast Asia from colonial rule. It's called the Greater Co-Prosperity Spear. So by taking a picture together with their captors, okay, it's not so much to fear them, but oh, Brandon, you're on the roll today. What do you mean by take charge? Let Singaporeans know. First, your action verb must be a strong action verb. So you must change the word let to a strong action verb. So what is a strong action verb other than let? Yes, Jonathan is correct about the breaking the white man's superiority part. But what about the let? So you change let to change let. Yes, convince. Convince. Okay? So to convince Singaporeans that, so now it relates to the white man's superiority thing, that now the Japanese are the Japanese are stronger than the British, or the Japanese can stand on equal footing with the British. Okay? Or the Japanese have liberated from British rule. Is it okay? Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Is it okay? Yes, so the important thing is to write the word because, to write a convince, to write your audience, specific audience, then the Japanese are stronger than the British. So this is your message. Message is very clear. Okay, then you give evidence and explanation. Correct. So after you have given the explanation, what do you write? Outcome. What is an outcome? Is what the audience will think and do. Yes, last one. So what do you think the audience will think and do based on the message? Okay, there's only 16 of you left here. It was highest at 19 just now at 9:09 p.m. Now it's 9:48. We are at the last part. So what is the outcome? Outcome. Hello, Fazit. Please do your homework, Fazit. What is the outcome for Singaporeans based on this message? Not so much they will admit they are peasants. Outcome is what the audience will think and do. So your message is that the Japanese are stronger than the British, or the Japanese can stand on equal footing. So in other words, if they tell Singaporeans this after they have conquered Singapore, what do you think will be what do you think they want Singaporeans to do, to think and to do based on this message? Yes, correct. So respect. So you just write the to respect and yes, cooperate with Japanese rule. Yes, not keep quiet, more of accept that the Japanese are better, or be convinced that the Japanese are the best, better than England, better than the British, and hence they'll cooperate with the new rulers, or they will work together. They will support Japanese rule. So supportive. They will be supportive of Japanese rule. Can? That is the thing. Okay? Since we have 10 more minutes, let's do one more simple one, a decontextualized picture to give you an idea. Okay, so I'm going to Google now. Let's just look for any form of advertisement and try it one more time. So, Nike advertisement. Okay. Where's a good Nike advertisement? Okay, if you see this advertisement, so what would be the purpose why this advertisement was published? Just for fun, let's try. Why would this be published? Yes, why would this Nike advertisement be published? Use the audience, action, verb, and message. Audience, action, verb, message, and your outcome. And let's try.
Hey, come. I open for you. The window is not closed.
Business will be better, that's the outcome. So what is the message first? Convince Singaporeans or convince soccer players that okay, so that's the outcome. The outcome is that they will be attracted to the shoes and hence they will buy the shoes. That is the outcome. What is the message? To convince or persuade the audience, to persuade Singaporeans that what about their shoes? Convince something about their shoes. Convince the Singaporeans that by wearing the shoes you will have explosive speed like Mr. Neymar. Correct? Yes, by wearing the shoes, it will give you an advantage in soccer. It will make you run faster. So then the outcome will be they will thus believe it that indeed wearing the shoes will make you faster, and hence they will do what? They will okay? Yes, can. They'll fit you perfectly and you will indeed buy it. You will buy the shoe so you can be like Neymar. Can, so remember the key thing. The key elements are because, action verb, message, outcome. Okay? Remember, do not use tell. Do not say that they want to tell, the picture wants to tell me that the shoes are great. It's to convince me that the shoes are great. Can, so tomorrow your test will be 25 minutes. There will be 3 questions. 1 inference, 1 comparison, and 1 purpose. Very easy. You should get full marks. So tonight have a good rest. Don't stay up to watch Champions League. Please sleep early and have the enjoyable last day of school before your long weekend. Inference, comparison, and purpose. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a song to end the session for the last 3 minutes. I will play a song for you. This song is called Don't Stop Believing.
Let's just plow ahead, shall we?
She took the midnight train going anywhere. And just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. I see her in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Oh, streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
Okay, it's getting late. You can log off now. Okay, good night. Don't watch Champions League. Tomorrow you can sing for me, Jonathan. I'll give you the period, the CCE period to sing. Or why not I get the SYF people to sing tomorrow during CCE period? Good idea? Okay, so the SYF people will do a presentation. So prepare an item. I'll give you about 5 minutes during the lesson. All the SYF people. Okay, good night. I'm going to log off now.